Let's stay within the region and take you to Namibia now, where women have taken to the streets of Windhoek and other cities. I believe we're not going to Namibia at the moment. We'll take you there just now, but for now, we are going to Namibia. So we stay in Namibia. We speak to a protester who was part of the Shut It All Down movement, and her name is Luna. Please bear with me for a moment there as AutoCue is doing its own thing. But her name is Luna Zhakata, and she's from the hashtag Shut It All Down movement. And as we were saying to you, that women in Namibia have taken to the streets in Windhoek as well as other parts, calling for better protection of women following some assaults as well as on women's bodies in that country. We speak to Luna Zhakata now for more on this. Luna, thank you very much for joining us. So the hashtag Shut It All Down movement has really gained traction on social media. Tell us what actually set this off.
It must have been, I think, I'm not sure, today's the 18th, it must have been the 10th, 9th of October, when the entire country received news that there was a shallow grave that was dug up in the Ironga region of the country, in Stockholm-Walvis Bay roundabout. And it had been confirmed that the body was that of Shannon Wasserfall, a Namibian woman who has been and had been missing since April of this year. And it was, it set off this movement because everybody in the country was so passionate about finding her, about trying to bring her home, about getting our police force to do the work that they needed to do. And when she, turned up deceased after 7 months of us looking for her, it was a huge catalyst for what would happen thereafter.
And this is off of the back of many reports that have emerged in Namibia of women being raped. There's some reports that over 1,000 women have reported these rape cases, making us believe that there's a crisis in the country that is being ignored.
There is, and there always has been, as much as I hate to say it, the amount of times that we as a country have spoken up about this, this isn't the first time. It just so happens to be the time where most of the country is mobilized. But we've been in a state of sort of indifference towards the lives of women in this country. And me, I'm 18, I've been here for 18 years, and I can say confidently that I've lived a majority of my life in this country in the same fear that I'm in right now.
What do you fear?
I fear leaving my house at any point in time. I fear being anywhere in the country on my own. I fear people not knowing where I am just in case I disappear. I fear being raped and murdered or hurt at the hands of a man for completely arbitrary reasons every single day.
And on that, we also understand that just like South Africa and many other parts of the continent, Namibia is struggling with gender-based violence.
And again, always has been, the amount of cases that come out, the amount of passion killings that happen, the amount of familial killings that happen, the amount of murders that happen at the hands of strangers, the amount of women that go missing, the amount of children that go missing or are raped or hurt on a daily basis, even within the home situations, is reaching catastrophic levels.
And you organized a protest, you and your peers organized a protest to bring this issue to light and to sort of try and get the ear of authorities. Tell us in terms of what the turnout was like and whether you feel like you've managed to achieve what it is you set out to do with the protest, and if authorities have actually lent an ear here.
The turnout of the protests was amazing as far as I can see it. I've been to quite a few protests in my life, and I've never seen such a large turnout. We literally had thousands of people there standing behind us, so it was good to see that as many Namibians feel the way that we do, as we needed them to. Except I can't say for sure that we got what we wanted from our government, because our demands were very clear from the beginning, from the onset. we did and still do want a state of emergency to be declared so that moving forward, this can be handled with utmost importance. And we do also want the resignation of certain ineffective government officials, both things that haven't happened yet. And all I've been hearing ever since the protests have started is that things are in the work, and we've been getting more condemnations, which is exactly what we said we didn't want. And it's taking on a very slow sort of process, which is problematic, we feel. So no, we don't think that we've gotten the extent of attention and the extent of action that we needed from our government, but the turnout has been amazing, and I don't feel that it is going to slow down in any way. So I hope moving forward, as we continue to mobilize, they will start to act with a sense of urgency.
I acknowledge your fear, and I'm very sorry that you feel that way. You should not be fearing wherever it is that you live. And from what you're telling us about the turnout of the protests, clearly many people, this resonates with them, and the movement has begun. It will be televised. Thank you very much.